not really ready to begin the video, but I'm still coming out of here. I wanted to show you the beginning of a design that I'm going to continue with you. There's nobody here yet, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to just put start. I like to start on the first person. So what I'm going to talk about to begin with, if there's anybody new here just coming into the video, I'm going to give you the down basics of what I do. I like to say I diagnose the situation, an area space that is occupied by some sort of object, design, whether it's a letter, geometric shape, whether it's on the ground, carved into the ground, into the sky. It could be the horn of an animal. It has a name. They have definitions referencing from and where. They have books with books of thesauruses, and they have synonyms and antonyms. They have nouns and verbs and adverbs and adjectives. They have prefixes and they have sub whatever. They have numbers, and most of these get a name, and the name can be referenced to, saying that somebody else prior to, before you were created, other than if you created something on this planet that has been noted by a great part of the society, noting that here I will give you an example. Have you ever seen a deck of cards? Just a regular deck of cards. Maybe the B cards, corners cut off, significance of mind, significance, reason, right? They can go to the top and look when you turn them upside down, right? There's a side not cut off. You see cut off and not cut off, right? You have to turn the cards in the right direction. Okay, if the card is opposite, you turn it the other way. So all these cards here would be going this way, and this card would be going this way. And these two cards, they're the same, and they'll go this way. And I just take it, these three cards here, it's no magic trick. These three cards, I'll turn them this way. And this package of cards, I'll turn them around this way. Oh, there's one more card sticking out. It's backwards, and I'll put it this way. So I'll be able to find every single card because the corners are all cut, so I know which way they are. But it doesn't matter if I turn them this way or this way, right? Because it's top left to bottom right. These are the same when I turn it, right? I don't want to, when I turn it, right? When I turn it, you see bottom, you see it's over here, and on this one it's over here. All I have to do is turn it once, right? And it goes over here. That's what the 180 does. It puts it back in the same position. What if I went 360, right? I'd be going one time, right? And then I'd be doing two times. And you would say to yourself, well, it didn't make a difference, but I'm going to show you one of the differences that it might make. You can notice it in the easier in this card over here. Okay. So if I was to turn this card just once, right, what do you see? You see 2 in one direction and 4 in another direction. So if I turn this card one more time, okay, you send it, it's in this direction, turn it once, twice, 360, same direction, 4 and 2. Just that's this reality. The ABCs. What letter is letter A? What position is letter A? What do you start when you sing the song? Where do we always start with? Is it ABC? If it is, say yes. Is it the alphabet you know? Have you ever heard of the ABCs? Have you ever heard of 1, 2, 3? Do you know the position of every single letter in the alphabet? Basic to a young child that is taught in schools. Let's keep it to the youngsters, what the youngsters learn. Why? Because I want to know what I learned growing up, and I want the average of what we learned. For the basic specifics to take it to the next level. To be one of those great inventors, Einstein, great thinkers like Darwin, and that other Nikola Tesla. I can feel it on me. So what it is now here is a dice cube and here is one dot. What you see and what you do not see, and what is the relevance of everything I'm telling you right now? I'm building, showing you how I build things, how I take a word, a simple word like the word, I don't know, Mars. Now they say Venus and Mars, Venus and Mars. Okay, we're not going to do that. V and M, M and V, we're not going to do that. But M and V, the first initials, is the 13th M and the 22nd V, 2 and 2, 4, 1 and 3, 4. When the 1 and 3, 4 come together, okay, when the 1 and 3 come together, you end up with the 6 and the 4, 10. 6, 10. That'll create 1 DC. When you have the 2 and 2, 4, you'll create 55. Cinco Dinero, electric company, from 22 to life. When 22 come and cross over to each other, now why in the world would they cross over to each other? Please tell me. I got something cooking, and remind me I have something cooking. I got to get a dice cube. I'm looking for a dice cube. This is not funny, you know. I should have 100 dice cubes, thousands. Oh my God, I don't know what they're doing all the way over here. I'm going to show you what this does. Okay, so when we take the 3, no, we went the 3 and the 1. The opposite side of the dice is the 6 and the 4. Why I said 1 DC, okay, is because 6 times 4 equals 24. 24th letter is X. 6 plus 4 is Roman numeral, meaning 10. 10X is 240. 240 and 120. 120, okay, is counting 1 to 15, but not counting 16, because that would be 136, 613 laws of Moses. I relate things. I relate things that mean things to others, of certain people, of higher societies, of biblical essence, those who were the greatest creators on the elements, the difference in reason and realities and comparabilities between weights and measures, between imperial and metrics, between Canadian and US, between the gallon, the US gallon of 3.8 and the Canadian gallon of compared to the liters, I think is 4.2. And those numeric values tell me about TREFL, okay, which is the club. And the reason for that is because the numeric value based on the letters of C3L12, okay, U21, the complete C family. Have you got a clue? That is the pig's entrance, okay? And then the B at the end, the pig's entrance through Venus. So now I was going to show you 22. Now the thing about spinning 22, okay, is right over here. See the way they're slashing this way? That'll create a design. This will create the delta angle. I've been designing this and doing this for years. I also like to look at it as it's part of the PONTIAC. P-O-N, and PON meaning the bridge. The bridge. I don't know if they're bridging the AC, the energy. I don't know what they're bridging. I don't know the complete story. You have to create all the stories that possibly can come out of the simple 22. I'm going to show you that design. Then what I'm going to do is I have to do this, and I have to show you that no matter what I do, right? I'm going to take this 5. I'm going to take that 5. I'm just going to turn it. I don't want to cheat. So I just turn it. Just turn it once. Turn it once. Looks the same, doesn't it? Right? And I'm going to take these dice and spin them the other way, and look at that. It's no longer the same. it's no longer the same. Remember, it was like this, the cutting edge. So you do notice that it's from here to there, here to there, here to there, here to there. Oh, maybe I'll ask John Travolta what they were doing Saturday Night Fever in, what was it, the early 80s, late 70s? But other than, I'm just going to do the whole turnaround one bit, the two of them together, now going the other way. But in all of whatever happened, the fives always look the same. But it's the twos that can change. You notice there's no dot in the center, so they can change. Oh, I got a cramp. Oh. So now nobody's here right now again, and that's a little sad, but I'm going to have to continue on, okay? And that's what happens with the twos, okay? So for those who just arrived, because there's only one person here, look at the two this way. No matter what you do with that two, that five will always be the same. And what I mean is if I put it this way, they're the cutting edge that way. And if I turn this one this way, they're up, over, and down. And if I turn it this way, it's the cutting edge the other way. Now, if I turn this one inside, it's now the upside down, if it's right side up. But no matter what you do, five is always the same. So this is what I do. Simple, nutty little things like that. Because when you get into a greater picture, you can have all these tools. You can fit all the, like the Enigma machine, you can have all these tools that you have, and you can throw words into it, and then you have to put perimeters. Are we going to test whether it's a verb or an adverb in this situation? And what I'm actually doing is I'm looking to go backwards in time to decipher, and not on purpose, but it's doing it on its own, to decipher what elements went where in creation and what all the words mean that somebody gave to during science when they found these great big bones. When somebody found this great big bone, what did they say? They didn't say it's a dinosaur, did they? What did they say? Why did they give it the word dinosaur? What is the word dinosaur? Who came up with that word dinosaur? So whoever came up with that word, if you want to talk about the IT system, the bridge system, or the dividing system, and I can show you this on squares. Okay, how can I explain it? The divided system, the IT, so see the I is two circles, one circle on this side overlapping the other circle on this side, creating an I in between. The Y, okay, encompasses how you can hold on to that I, and I will show you in a minute. The T, you can look at it many ways as T leaves. Who leaves? Who left? Somebody left? Oh, I'm just right. They're right all the time. It's always the right against the left. No competition, please. Wait a minute. The T is also a tea bag. Filtering through the tea bag. What filters through the tea bag? You pour the hot water. You can let the tea bag sit into the water and take out what? What are we just taking out? What we're taking out? What element? Whatever it is, that element has to melt out. It has to come out from something that is dry, bring it to a live, and it has to, what do you want to call it? It's transferring from the dry leaf into the wet water. And the dry leaf has no more life. It becomes the ash of once was all that information that is now in the tea, and you're going to drink that tea. You're going to get all that information, cross-eye. Oh, I like that. Yeah, cross-eye. All that information from just drinking that tea. So now what was once in that dry leaf sitting on the counter, as they had to dry it out just right. And they even explain it. Because if you don't dry out the weed properly, it ain't going to work the same way in the CBD and all that stuff. So you got to look at it the scientific way, because I'm not a scientist. I just like to decipher like Mr. Mighty Messer deciphering. That's what it is, all about deciphering. And then we just got to place it in order. So we're talking about these dice, turning the dice. And the 2 is not the same. And also the 3 does what the 2 does. And opposite of something that no matter how you turn the 3, hold on a second, let me hold it this way. I can keep turning this 4, but if I show it to you this way, watch where the 3 is, okay? If I turn it this way, okay, see the way they're cutting here, okay? The 4, no matter how I turn that 4, it's always going to be the same. So the 3 is changing the story, while the 4 and the 5 are always staying the same. So we already know that 1 is inside 2. And the same thing with the 1. The 1 is stable. This is an odd number that is stable, but the 6 is not a stable number. It's not stable. Because when I turn it this way, it's, okay, this is where I can create my I. Here, I create my bridge H. The 1 is always stable. So remember, the 1 is stable. The 2 is not stable. The 3 is not stable. The 4 and 5 are stable. So 4, 5, and 1 are stable. Let me write that down. I got a cramp. 4, 5, and 1. Turn around every now and then. Every now and then. Now and then. Was it because it's now and I turn it to the other side, it was then? I don't know. But every time I turn the 4 around, you always see the same 4 corners. You really don't know what the difference is unless I cut the casino corners here. And then you would know if it was backwards. So that would be the 4. The same thing with the 5. Okay. And that would be the corner of, let me see. Yeah, it would be that corner. Well, that corner there, 1, 4, 5. So that would be the 3, the 2, and the 6. Okay, 3, 2, 6, 1, 4, 5. 5, 1, 4, 2, 3, 6, 6, 2, 3. Those are the numbers we have to understand. They're separated. They are different. Does anybody understand that? Let me just read this. I got something on the stove. I'm running over there. Help me not to forget. We are who we are. And if we can all just get on that level and put in those slides, and we can all just go into there and say, the minute you see a name, you know, right away, that's the file folder. That's what you talked about that night. Somebody else is going to ask you a question, remind you, and boom, you're going to go as fast as you can. But I think right now the I is in a storm. Let me get back to IT. I got to go check what's on the stove. Okay, I'm going to try and keep some of the excitement down. So we understood that. I flipped over the cards. You understood also that in the deck of cards, there's everybody will look at this card, and I'll say, what is it? And you'll say it's, I don't know, 2 and 4, or it's 4 and 2. 4 up, 2 down, 2 up, 4 down. Unless you're talking from bottom up. You're talking from top down or bottom up. Because if you're talking from top down, it's like writing. You write from left to right. The Hebrews write from right to left. So if I was the Hebrews and I was going from right to the left, right away, boo, pi. The ring of pi. Why? Piano. You know piano. And they got all these guys that played a great piano. They call them the pianists. And these pianists, okay, who play this, their names are going to tell you another link to another story of the ring and the division of pi because of the piano and the 3 pedals. Because from right to left, center C is number 29. But from left to right, center C is 24, number 53, Herbie the car. Volkswagen. Hey, Volks, everything's okay with you? They can say Volks. They can also say in Bugs Bunny, folks, and put a W in front of the R for beta creation for the silly rabbit. A different communication system. Silly rabbit, 2 ears. 2 moons. Which planet has 2 moons? Hold on. Let me call number. Hello. It's the dollar sign. It's the dollar sign, my shower curtains, because that's what it is. Keep it very small. There it is. And the answer is M13A01 R18 S19. The total is 1432.51. 556 NWO. NWO. New. And in this is understood that it's all caused by something really simple. That's right. It's the percentage sign that you'll find on the 5 key, the 6 and the 9. 6 and 9 connected by 8, running of the 7th gate. And this is part of that delta angle right here. And I'm going to show you that over here. It's right here. See the 1 plateau, 2 plateaus, 3 plateaus. You put a block over here. You can walk over the block over here. You move the block here, right? So you take it, you get a block to go over here. And you need to get the block to come in, and you move 1 block. 1 block, and you can connect the blocks. And it's on a lower level, so you might have to go down a block. So where I got this design was the Pontiac cars. The Pontiac cars. I don't know if you ever saw the sign of the Pontiac. The sign of the Pontiac, something like that. I'm going to see if I can find some paper. Just give me a second. I need to go slow. We need to go slow. We need to hold on to that good vibration. So I always looked at the Pontiac sign as something like, I'm going to do the basic of it, something like that. Something like that. So I would put that dividing line in, and I started to say, how can I close this? You know, first of all, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be closure on it. And then I would do that again. So then I would take this and I'd run the 45 angle. And then I'd keep it out towards one side and keep the dimension pointing towards one side. So I used to call that the delta angle. And then I said, you know what? In roulette, they have something that looks like this. I'm going to try and see if I can get this done properly. 1 second. Okay. And it's like this, like this, like this, and like this. And it happens twice in roulette. Now, if you look at the outline, okay, it almost looks like an H standing sideways. And if you look at my pen on the paper, I'm not even sure I can do this. And it looks like I'm going to go right through it. Right through it. Now, when you're going through it, okay, this can also look like a lamed, very sacred letter apparently in Hebrew. At the same time, when you complete this letter, okay, or you complete this geometric shape, on the other side, by looking through from one side to the other side, it will create a whole letter. And that whole letter that I have in my vision beside the H passing through the I, the eyelet, okay, is the W from 2 into 3, right? The minute you 2 into 3, I mean, you have, they call it the body and the mind, right? From 2 into 3. Dollar or the double line money sign? Yes, the double line. Now, how would I do that one? So I'm going to finish this in a second. I just want to get back into, so the minimum size for that, I'm not sure. I'm going to do it this way. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go would it be here? 2 squares, 2 squares, 2 squares, and then we'll do that. And what are we going to pass it by 2? Should we just pass it by 2? And now my big question is, what do we do next? What do we do next? Do we say we're going to do this to them? You know why I did that to them? Because now they occupied an equal amount of space, and area 1 is area 2. As before, okay, it was a separation of space. Now it's an occupation of space. Separation, occupation. So before, if we had numbers, what numbers would we start with? Would it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 8, 7? Is that possible? I'm just asking myself the rotation of numbers. 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, in this one over here, what would I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our alphabet actually ends in 8. Our alphabet ends in 8. Okay, to let you know. Our alphabet, the alphabet ends at 8. It's ironic that 9 is the highest number because 1 lives in 8. Do you follow what I'm saying? 1 is nothing at all. Without the heaven, there is no 1. So it comes from this side, number 1, and it goes on to the other side. So if you want to look at it that way, it's going to be a transfer. It is the 14th letter. We're going to do it this way, and as well, it might be the M letter reverse. Reverse. And I'm going to explain this. There's a few things going on here. And what's going on here is I'm looking at the deck of cards. The ace, okay, is low, and the ace is high. It is the 1st and the 14th card in the deck of cards. Although the ace value, okay, the ace value is in the 3, the 5, and the 9, okay, the ace position from movement, okay, is the 14th position. And it also becomes 1st and 105th. 1st and 105th over here. 10.5. That 10.5, I think we did it yesterday. 3 plus 6 plus, I'm just guessing, plus 12 plus 18 plus 21. 3 plus 6 equals to 9, equals to 21, equals to 39, equals to 60. I'm just trying, there's something wrong. Where did I do this? It's right over here. It's right over here. 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12, 9, 18, 30, 45, 55, 63. So when you divide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers by 63, okay, it becomes 6 times 10 equals to 60. 6 times 0.05 or whatever, 0.5, I shouldn't have done that. 0.5 equals to 0.3, it becomes 63. 3 times 21, which can also equate to 3 cubes. It can also equate to U and U and U, equaling to 63. And at the same time, they are all valued at 23. Okay, and this, although the 23rd hour is also comparable. Now, I'm all over the place because everything is connected, so let me just continue on. Okay, what happened over here is when you do the multiplication and the addition, they will all say this, 6 and 5. So we did this over here, all to use. Okay, 21, 21, 21. When you add up 1 through 6, it equals to 21. So there's a whole process of doing something because of the realities that exist, because of the deck of cards, because of the dice cube. Let me fix the focus. I really don't like the focus. Just give me a second here. I think I got 75,000 windows open. I'm going to shut some of them off. Okay, that one's gone. I got to run to the stove for a minute. Give me a second. Okay, let me put this down there and this down there. Okay, and shut that off. I'm just shutting some stuff down. I got too many things open. Oh, no. Oh, my God. I almost canceled everything out. Just give me a minute. I'm running to the kitchen. I'm running to the kitchen. Hold on. Let me run to the kitchen. Run to the kitchen. Run to the kitchen. Run to the kitchen. Oh my God! I think I killed them. The meat, the pieces of meat. Oh my God! Somebody said, you know what? I'm just gonna get a carrot juice. I have to drink a little carrot juice, so. Switch the subject for a minute. I'm going to get back into the program. H2O. Water. So the plant drank the water. I took the vegetable, I crushed it, I drank its juice. Can I say that's close to H2O at all? Just somebody tell me yes, because I've been drinking a lot of carrot juice lately. By the way, those bunny ears, Bugs Bunny, let's relate it to two moons, Phobos and Deimos. Phobos and Deimos. The one antenna, ham radio, the pigs, the 333s, Earth's moon. Earth and Mars, it's all out there. It's all out there in simple numbers. So silly, so simple. It's so crazy. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. So where were we? Yes, let me read the messages. I was at the cross-eye because I jumped over. Yes, I went over. So I went to, I want to get rid of a few things I mentioned. I'm going to get into this, is where I don't have a perfect circle. Okay, you make two circles. Okay, now you can look at this in two ways. You can say, here is the cat's eye. This is the divided, right? If it's a human's eye, we're going to have to take it this way. But if it's a cat's eye, we're going to have to take it this way. So I bring things into what I believe is my perspective. It does not mean it's your perspective. I'm opening the door. Show me something else. Tell me something what you see. You can also see it sometimes. This item here is looking into this item here. So anybody who really can do really good art, we can have this eyeball looking inside whatever, this globe, this TV, whatever this is. And if you look at it, if we really curve it out properly, how can we make this curve like ribs? What would be the ribs that would create, what sort of design can I create to give the illusion? Remember, it's all a grand illusion from the creator. Otherwise, there is no arts and entertainment. In fact, you can't even get enough entertainment. You go out and create it yourself, causing havoc. So what would we do on this side? I'm just fooling around right now. I just want to get rid of this IT. So when they say IT, does it mean because I would be able to encompass both sides and drill something right through the eye and come out on the other side? And that would be the division of T. And then it would go ahead and draw the line up. We're going to go down 2, and we're going to go down 2, and then we're going to go across, and then we're going to go up. And if you want to look at this in many ways, we can look at this in another way. Okay, if we only take the heart of it right over here, this image, although the T is the 20th card, right? We're going to stop right over here, right at the center of this T. By obligation, that's the way things work. We stop at the center of everything, and then we stop in the center of that center. Now, pending how many boxes there are, okay, and how you calculate it, we have to know which one is the center. Because if I follow a box that's in the center, I have to create an entrapment of space. The same thing as Mr. Messer showed me before, okay, when he mentioned to me to do the double line $sign. So, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I mean, maybe I didn't draw it properly. Help me if you can, I think I'm losing. We need some good tunes. I need my own channel. So we're going to create the $sign here. How is everybody? You know what day it is today? It's today. It's today, right? Is it 4-1 or 2-1? They said it in the odds, right? Right? 4-1 and 2-1. Does anybody know how similar these are? Does anybody know? Does anybody know anything about this? If you're a gambler and you don't know about this, oh my God, you are in big trouble. You are going to lose if you do not know what this is. 4-1 and 2-1. The 2-1, okay, and the 4-1. Just a different perspective, a different reality. If something was going to be told in a different way, they would give you the payout this way. Always repeating in your mind something that you have no idea what you're thinking. Through the sun, the DNA of creation in the cube. I am the eye of all. 4-1 and 2-1. So when you go 14, okay, automatic is what? You have 105, you have the hand of God, you have ace is first, and ace is last. So forget about just being 14th, okay, which is TH. It is also last, ST. So it is TH and then ST. So what does this do? And now I'm all over the place still, but you have to know what this does. You see, in French, there are 6 days of the week. Okay, there are 6 days of the week that they say, I'm going to put this up here. They say Monday, lundi, they end in DI, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi is Friday, samedi is Saturday, apparently the 7th day of the week, the day of rest, but the first day of the week does not end in a DI. It begins with a DI. It becomes dimanche. It becomes dimanche. So in that situation, it's showing me a reversal of something. So now here, the minute you, after number 3, which is third, you end up into the reality of where TH is existent all the way until the number 20, where it becomes the 20th. Only at 21 does number 1 begin all over again as 21st. So the alpha omega, the first and last in numbers, okay, from the beginning to the restart, is actually 1 first and 21st. 2 and 1 is 3, so it becomes 1 and 3, the bar mitzvah. The AC/DC cycle of spirit, 19, fitting into the equation that goes with Rotas, Sator, Arpo, Tenant. The movie just came out. where it becomes 19 and 28 are prevalent to the spirit and the cycle of man, equaling to 47 times Jesus on the cross. Now, if I want to multiply 47 by 3, okay, to a single digit, it's going to equal to 1221, 33. Now, if I want to multiply it by 6, I'm just trying to 47, it'll become 66. 6 times, I'm just trying to think of what the number was again. 6 times 4 and 6 times 7. 6 times 7 is 28, and 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times, is that yes, 4 and 7 I wanted to do. I'm just trying to recalibrate here for a second. Why did I do that? Yes, because Jesus of time on the cross is all 4774, which is 30 by the way, because of all zeros equaling to 6. 30 meaning, hold on a second, 30. Just give me a second. I'm losing my trend of thought. 30, yes, when you have a 4 and a 0, you add the 3 to the 4, or is that a 3 to the 0? Hold on a second. 2 and 8 is 10, 2 and 4 is 6. Forget about that. I lost my trend of thought, but I will show you the numbers in the multiplication. 24, the 24 hours to the day, to the 28-day moon cycle. The 7447 is 121 or 1111. As well, I spoke earlier where all the 23s from the U letter for those who are early or those who are late. The U equaling to 63, which also equals adding up 1 through 21. Well, sorry, adding up 1 through 6 equals 21. So when you add up the 6, A through F, you will equivalent to the 21st letter, the letter U. So the same scenario has happened again, where we added up and we came to number 21. 21, the letter U, is also the reverse of F. One is a 6, one is a 3. All the reversals will equal 9, okay? All the alpha omegas, okay, from the beginning to end, when you add up 9 to any number, 9 plus 3 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. So the 1 through 21 is on the second level, because the first level of 3 is 12. The second level of 3 is 21. God. And as we spoke 2 days ago, what happens is when you're calculating, I'm just looking for the number. The number is 3. The number is 3. Okay, I'm going to just have to say it to you just like that. When you're calculating, 1 divided by 3 is 0.333. I'll just use 0.3s. Okay, 147, and I did this earlier, 147 divided by 3 will all end in 0.3, 1.3, and 2.3. I want to write it down because it looks nicer. 147 divided by 3. Do I have a calculator here somewhere? Okay, let me get it here just to and I've done it before. So 1 divided by 3 equals, okay, 2 divided by 3 equals, sorry, let me do it. Okay, I'll do all the sections. Okay, we got all the sections coming up. Did I write that all out? You saw that? So 2 is 0.666. 1 was 0.333. 3 divided by, whoop, we're going to do that one last. Let me do 4. 4 divided by 3 equals 1.33. 1.33. 7 divided by 3 is 2.333. 5 divided by 3 is by 3. 5 divided by 3 is 1.666.
8 divided by 3 is 2.666. So 8 divided by 3 equals 2.666, right? And 5 divided by 3 equals 1.666. Now 369, let's see if we can figure this one out together. 14, whoops. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. So you see what happened? Now when we move this calculator away, we can notice that we have 1 here, we have 1 here, and we have 1 here. We have 2 here, we have 2 here, and we have 2 here. This one swallows them. This will eat this one and this one. This will eat this one and this one. This is a part of this to the 0.666. So 1 and 2. So now we're going to go here. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 1 plus 8 equals 9. So now we see they're all part of it. Now let's go to the next one. See, mathematically, it all has to work out. So now we have to go to, in the 2 section, let me see what this is. 1 times 1 plus 2, 1 plus 5, 1 plus 8. And then when we go to this section over here, okay, 1 plus 1 equals 2, sorry. 4 plus 4 equals 8. And 7 plus 7 equals to 14 equals to 5. 1 plus 4 equals to 5. So we see how everything equates with each other. So what happens when we mix these 2 rows together? 3 plus 1 equals to 4. 3 plus 4 equals to 7. And 3 plus 7 equals to 10/1. 6 plus 1 equals to 7. 6 plus 4 equals to 10/1. 6 plus 7 equals to 13/4. So everything starts to take a form. So this is basically what I do. Now I'm going to go on to the questions, and then I'm going to go back to meanings of this. This is the division of day and night because of its mathematicians, because of its multiplication addition. This one tells me the Christ, the DNA, and it leads me over to the word 11. Something to do with electric company and the moon, because I've always put that together. Electric company, C&E, and E craps, 11 craps. And the reason for that is because this creates a perfect 10. I see it. We did this. That was very interesting. I like that. That was fantastic. I was talking about the delta angle here. I'm going to draw that a little bit bigger. And this delta angle comes with numbers. Can you see the way it looks like an H? And it's sort of like, let's like go through it. Like, right? Let's go through it. This is an automatic because 8, 11, 10, and 13. Those are the numbers that go with it in roulette. Take a look at roulette and see the colors. They're all black. Okay. And now if I want, I could probably build a building down that way through that delta angle. Does that mean there's an entrance to a building? Is that what they're talking about? What building are they entering on the delta angle? Where are they going? Looks like a spore, like coming out of the skin. That's what it looks like. Okay, so yeah, that dollar sign with the 2 lines in it, that was very interesting. But I should make this larger, because if I was able to close this, should I encompass this? Or should I have made this larger before making this? I don't know. What would I do? What would be the, so that's what that would be. So would I color that in, or would I draw the line? Just looking for myself before I move on to the next piece to close out the video and look at the messages. I'm very sorry if I don't keep up to the messages, you know. I feel a little like I'm here and I'm not here at the same time. And if you take a look, okay, you see this number here? And then here. It's almost, is it a replica? See the way the pin goes in the top, but here the pin goes in the bottom. Plug in the top, plug in the bottom. We have two that are actually trapped on the inside, 2 and 5. And don't forget, 8 and 8 are on the outside, 2 and 5 are in the inside. This is Earth. The open door to 4, the open door to 3, 3 and 4 is a 7. The 1 and 6 both closed in. 1 and 6 is 7. The 8 is enclosed. There is no 8. The 8 is a creation of where 6 is. And because the 8 is a creation where 6 is, we now have to put, when we see 8, we now have to reflect on 6. And here is my 6, and my 6 connects to my 1. So when you see 8, you're going to have to think 6 and 1, no longer just a 6. And it's not me. It's, what is that? Is that 8? I flip it over, it's a 6, right? Is that an 8? You flip it over, it's a 6, right? You have that an 8, you flip it over, it's a 6. So it was created that way. And the stories are all the same. And that's why we have that set up the way it is. Richie Rich. Yes, Richie Rich. I like to see DJ T as Richie Rich, hopefully. Okay. At the flower garden. Well, I think I'm still very generic. I'm not, I haven't moved. I've moved. Yeah, well, the games are different. They a little bit of direction from games, and yeah, numbers are just very special. And I like that. You multiply it by 2, it tells you one story. You want to change the story or divide the story up. You want to give an I in the center, you multiply it by 3. You want to mirror it, you multiply it by 4. 4, once you mirror it and change it by 4, 4 is the beginning of 1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the way it is. So somehow, if I said that, right, we have, do we count this as 1 face, 2 faces, but 3 faces, it's back to where it was. I only have to turn this once, twice. If I turn it 4 times, anyways, I didn't want to get into that. Multiplication by 1, we know what it is. Multiplication of 2, we know what it is. Multiplication of 3, right away, we know what it is. 3 is the average of something. So if you don't have more than 2 and you take the average, can you find a balance between 2? This weighs 60 pounds, this weighs 40 pounds. The balance is, it's 100 total. Divide that up, we have 50 for, that is the average. So there's different ways of talking about that. Okay, let me go down the line. Elton John, Chuck Berry, Blueberry Hill, yes. Full Moon 108, 50, 20. Wow. Wow. That is very basic, but that is strong. LL is 24. And it also is part of the Y. The L is part of the Y family. I like to use the Spanish
KS, how do you say it? What is your name? KS Tayamis? So instead of saying, I think they spell Yamis with LL. And I wanted to talk about the letter Y. Different significances of Y. You don't see it here, but there is a Y here. This brick on the left, this brick on the right. I draw the lines down here. In fact, maybe I'll do that. I wasn't thinking of doing it. I wish I had. I'm going to do it lightly with the red. What we're going to do is we're going to go in the center. We're going to draw it here and draw it here. Remember, I like to learn from the best, and they talked about skull bones. So I like to use the skull bones for the center of my design before I give any skin, before I add any skin and bones, you know. I just want to have the bones. So here's my Y. And in the Y, you have the supporting arm here and the supporting arm over here. Now you're going to make your last two bricks are over here. Your opening brick style is over here. I'm not sure if I want to design it this way because I've already designed this where this brick overlaps exactly as this is drawn right over here, showing me that alpha omega sign. And at the same time, showing me the letter bet, the Hebrew letter bet. Now the question is, should I be over here or should I be over here? I'm just thinking, I don't like that I ruined this, my piece of art. So I can take it down like that and then give it a little dimension. I hope I can erase this. I didn't take a picture of it. You see, I need to take up, you see, what happens is this line is on a single line dividing the two sides. So the full dimension is one full tiny square on each side to create this. And then you end up with this creation here. 3 holding 1 supported by 2. Supported by 1. The gold medalist, runner-up silver and bronze. And then your name goes on the plaquette or whatever, and here's your head to the whole body. Anyways, let me Richie Rich using the double money sign in the cartoons, okay? What makes a moon? A moon. What makes it go around? What makes a sun a sun? What makes it go around? So what goes around what? Okay. 14, let me just read this to myself as I look at it. 14 and 1 for ace. 14 is the hand. Oh, and it's so funny. 14 is the hand. 27. I don't know why you call the 14 as the hand, because the hand is 2 times 7, 14. And the word for hand is 27. I caught you red-handed. 27, 27, 54. I caught you at the red sun. 27, 54, 81 Venus. Nothing's fake. Nothing's fake at all. There is no lie. They told us the complete truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Right? Nothing but the truth. Nothing but, you know what I'm saying? Not included. The truth, not included. Sorry. 14 and 1. Yes, absolutely. 14 and 1 is 15. I like that. I like that. I like that. But what? Why A and E? Are you saying A and E through 15 is A and E is the O letter, A, E, and O, and they use that somewhere? I don't know where they use it. I know they use E-I-E-I-O. As well, 14 is 1 and 4 is 5, so it's 5 and 1. That's very interesting. And 14 and 15, and the way it's created is even better. That is fantastic, what I just saw. If you believe what I'm going to tell you, and maybe you saw it before, and I'm quite sure somebody has done it before, you did it. But are you thinking about this, Mighty Messer? Are you still there? This is amazing. Wow. Wow. And we have to stretch this out a little bit. And I think we stretched it out with the black ball and the white ball. You know, Grey's Anatomy. And I'm going to explain it to you.
And then I'm going to go take a bite to eat. What happens is the letter N is the 14th letter. The letter O is the 15th letter. 3.15159265. On and off, right? Funny the way they're always using the F, you know, capital F is like a 77, right? 077, 077 Christ. On and off comes in the game of craps. The cube, the seventh gate of Yo Elev, the student of Mars, the student ET of 66 Mars. It's just so crazy. So when you add 1 to 14, that's good. That's good. 1 to 14 equals to 15 plus 1. Okay, so why did I do this? Oh, yes, you do it too. You flapjack them. First, you went the 14 to this one equals to 15. So I did this one to this one, and then I took the 1 to 15. Now, what should I do? I should take the 15 and the 14 and equals to 29. Just the same way they play with this in Fibonacci. Why not use the same thing? And then again, we can take this and we can go 1 and 5 equals to 6 and 1 equals to 7. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, and we get the spirit of 76, equaling to the freedom of 51, which is Electric Company, bringing us back to the game of the cubes. 2 cubes, right? 2 cubic bears, make them roll. Binary code 1248. We know the design of binary code. Here's binary code. 1 over to 2, over to 4, over to 8, over to 7, up to 5. I don't know, just fooling around. But that's basically, and you notice how much more area I must go. I can't stop here. I have to stop here. But what if I started from here to here to here to here to here to here? So you notice the way the height compared to the width, a dot here, a dot, sorry, you got to skip a dot. There's a square here, 1, 2 squares, 3, 4, 5, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 squares. So it took 8 squares to complete this design. And not all these squares got numbers. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. We left out 3, 6, 9. Did I get that right? So at the same time you see this is also part of the 7th gate. Here it looks like 7x. But the part I want to show you is that anything you divide by 7, right? 9 divided by 7 equals, you're never going to have a 369. 56 divided by 7 equals to, whoop, I didn't want to do that. Whatever, divided by 7 equals, no, I didn't want to do that. I'm trying to do something that's not perfect. 5 divided by 7 equals. There's never a 369. So this is the same equation I just made. Where, oh yeah, this is the same equation over here. The binary code is telling us the same thing, a division of 7. Divisions of 3s and divisions of 7s, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching. I'm back, had company for a few. Sorry, Rob, I got to go. Take care, everybody. If you got to send me something, just remember, one day we can put our hands in the air.
put our hands in the air and go outside and say, we're all the same. We're all the same humans. Treat each other with respect and love and understand what the difference is, what clean is all about, what loud is, how to be polite and how to be respectful, and what is the average of all, the bipolarity of all and everything. Thank you for watching this video. Take care. Just put this up right here. It's all about arts and entertainments, and in my place, that's my GameStop. Thank you for watching this video. And that little piece on the top, take a guess.